and it was in the middle of July. It was fucking hot. And for some reason, he just didn't really have like good air conditioning in his house or something. So I was sitting outside with some guys I didn't know just bullshitting. And there was a cooler like right next to us. So we were just pulling beers out of the cooler, right? And you wouldn't, again, you've never drank beer?
No.
Okay. Well, I might be alone in this, but chat room can chime in with me if they've done this. I'm sure they probably have. Beer is one of those things that if you get the right set of circumstances, goes down. Some circumstances are better than others. If you get a really hot day and really cold beer, man, those go down real smooth. Where if it's a cold day, it's a little harder to drink them. I don't know why. I guess it's just your body or something. But on this day, it was like 95 fucking degrees outside. And these beers were floating down my system.
They were going down like butter.
Oh, like butter, exactly. And I drank like a 6-pack sitting on his porch in about 45 minutes. I mean, I was just power drinking. So I go in and I was feeling kind of bloated because I'd been drinking so much beer fast. So I go in the house and they had like a whole setup of alcohol and whatnot. And I was like, I just want to drink something. I don't want to drink as much, but I want to keep getting fucked up. So he had a bottle of EVERCLEAR, and I took the bottle of EVERCLEAR in a big Solo cup, and I filled it like 80% EVERCLEAR, and then the like 10% Red Bull, and I mixed it up.
Wow.
And I just fucking drank it over the course of like an hour.
Yeah, that original EVERCLEAR that hit the market,
yeah,
they outlawed that stuff.
Yeah, the 151 proof or whatever. No, that's what they turned into, right? Because it was like that and Bacardi 151 that were
well, Bacardi 151, but when EVERCLEAR hit the market,
yeah, it was more than that.
Yeah, the strength of it was just ridiculous. To where
it was
they
moonshine.
They ended up outlawing it.
Yeah,
but at the time it was readily available, and I knew people who were buying it and really getting fucked up on that stuff.
Well, I really got fucked up, all right. I got so fucked up that about 1 a.m, I'm sitting on this dude's lawn or steps in front of his house, just throwing up. Just my stomach. I have a weak stomach. I have a weak stomach, and I don't really give a shit if I throw up. I'm happy to throw up.
And then Jeff Pilson brought burnt toast out to you, and then you joined Dokken and played bass.
No, it didn't quite happen that way.
Oh, it didn't work out like that?
No, you heard me play bass at that other thing. I wasn't quite qualified. But it got so bad with the throwing up at this thing that I ended up on my hands and knees in his grass, throwing up. So finally, my one friend DW took my keys. And I was fighting with him. I was like, give me my fucking key. And I'm trashed. But I still wanted to drive home. And now this is west side of Cleveland. So I would have had to drive through the neighborhoods of the west side of Cleveland to get home. And they weren't letting me do that, thank God. So they drive me home. We get about halfway home. I lost my fucking wedding ring. It came off or whatever in the dude's yard. Now I'm fucked. As you can imagine, coming home, You lost your wedding ring, you're trashed. You know what the wife's thinking. The wife's definitely going to think you were out banging somebody.
You're out there banging chicks, man.
Mm-hmm. So they get me home. I come in. I am like, they literally carried me and threw me on the bed or on the couch, not even the bed. They threw me on the couch because I was just too fucked up. Next morning, she's fucking raging mad, as you can imagine. Of course. Because I had said I'd be home at 11. I got home at like 4. It didn't call. Missing my wedding ring. Everything's fucked up. I'm still drunk. And she's like, you promised me if I didn't give you any shit about going to this party that you would do this work. Like we were building like a room here in the house and stuff, and we had to go get like drywall and shit.
Right.
So she's like, you fucking promised me and you're going to honor that. And blah, blah. And I'm like, oh, okay. Meanwhile, I'm chugging water so that I can throw up so that I don't dry heave. I literally was chugging water just so I would have something smooth to puke. She drives us to the fucking Home Depot. We're standing in line. We had to rent one of them trucks.
Yeah.
The pickup truck or whatever.
Yeah. To carry the drywall home.
Yeah, to carry the drywall home.
Right.
We're standing in line waiting to get this drywall. Now, again,
and you're probably standing there sweating.
Oh, I was poor. And again, I remind you, this is the middle of July. So it's fucking hot. By the time I got up and around, it's like 1:00 in the afternoon. So I'm standing there waiting, and there's a big vent right over top of where I'm standing, just blowing air. And I'm just like, I start weaving and bobbing, and I'm just like, oh, man. And I felt it starting to gurgle again in my fucking stomach. And I was like, oh, no, don't throw up. Bleh! And I projectile vomited all over this woman's back that was at the counter. You
were standing in line.
I was in line.
Oh, God.
And I projectile vomited all over this fucking woman's back. And then I just ran outside and stood right in front of the store and just kept puking. And it just was like, bleh, bleh, bleh. And then the only gift I got out of the whole thing was because I was such a goddamn mess, they wouldn't rent Georgetta the truck because they didn't want my drunk ass in the truck. So I didn't have to do that work that day, but holy shit, I got so fucked up.
Since you embarrassed her in public, what was the fallout from that?
It was not real good. It was a lot of divorce talk and a lot of door slamming.
Where were your children at this time?
They were here. I mean, they were probably 15, 16 years old. They got to hear all of that. Yeah, that was a really bad one. And that was one of those that I don't even falter on. Honestly, her reaction was terrible, and it should have been, because I was an absolute fucking mess. It was really bad.
Did you ever find your wedding ring? We
did. They found it 3 months later. He was cutting his grass and it hit his lawnmower.
They were out there with a metal detector.
No, he was cutting his grass. He said he was cutting his grass and it got hit. It hit in the lawnmower and hit his house. Like it flew through the lawnmower and hit his house.
It went ting.
Yeah, exactly. And it hit his house and he went and picked it up and it was my wedding ring. I still have it.
Didn't get damaged?
Yeah. That big old, wasn't cut all the way through, but it had a big old gouge in it where it hit the blade.
What was the reaction about losing your ring initially? Was it just a band?
Yeah, it was just a band, but it took, I don't know, probably a month before she even would register that I hadn't been out there fucking people. Look at your screen right now. If you're tired of the hide-and-seek games with big tech, where links disappear and episodes get throttled, I've got the fix. I'm Chris Aiken, and it's time for me to show you how to take back your access to the Classic Metal Show, the Seth Williams Show, and Chris Aiken Presents. Pick up your phone, go to the App Store or Google Play, and download the Locals app. It is 100% free. Once you're in, just search for the CMS Network. You're going to see everything. Every interview, every unfiltered rant, every deep dive music discussion, every uncensored news article we put up, all in one centralized, uncensored hub. No more chasing links across 5 different socials. This is our home. But if you really want the keys to the kingdom, look for that VIP upgrade. For just $4.99 a month, you're cutting out the commercials, getting the advance drops before anyone else, and accessing bonus episodes that are way too heavy, dirty, or we just don't want to share with the free public. For the price of a cheap beer, you're supporting independent, unapologetic media. Download the Locals app today. Get some CMS wherever you are. And if you're a real one, Join the VIP squad at classicmetalshow.locals.com. The Classic Metal Show and the CMS Network. It's uncensored, it's unapologetic. We will see you there.